We are on part 3 of the new Easter event, and we have some new bugs to go through. Some of them are game-breaking bugs. Let's take a look. So the first issue is with Squirm's Spring Quilt Easter skin. This user said it's cute, but looks weird in extracting. Let's take a look. So a lot of users have pointed this out, that there is a gap between Squirm's body and Squirm's kilt. As you can see, there is a separation, and players are hoping that the dev team can fix this gap. Our next bug is to do with Bassie dropping items. This user said, is this lag or bug? Let's take a look. So we need to be watching Bassie drop the medkit. Even when Bassie moves location and drops the medkit will appear in this specific area of the floor. As you can see, Bassie was up the stairs and dropped a medkit, but the medkit appeared next to Cosmo. Why was that happening? And we have a clip from Bassie's point of view where Bassie said, medkit kept teleporting to a specific spot I never placed it at. Let's take a look. Okay, so Bassie just picked up the medkit and placed it on the floor. And Bassie dropped the medkit again. The medkit teleports to another location. Like, what's going on? I've never seen anything like that before. As you can see, Bassie's ping is very low. That's a good ping. And as you can see, Bassie dropped the medkit and the medkit appeared all the way back there. What is going on? Our next problem is to do with Flutters Rosy Maple Moth skin. This user said, what is wrong with Flutters Wings? Let's take a look. As you can see, Flutters Wings are moving in a weird way. The wings are not moving in sync. Something is definitely off with this Flutter skin. So yesterday we got another Easter update, and this was the thumbnail for the Easter update. We can see Coco getting a new skin and V getting a new skin, but players have wondered where the Coco skin is. This user asked, is Coco strawberry skin supposed to be in the shop? Because it isn't, and I was just wondering. So a lot of players are quite confused. Firstly, the Coco skin is a calendar skin. Secondly, the Coco skin will appear on the 6th of April because as you can see, the current calendar ends on the 5th of April, and on the 6th of April, we will see the new calendar and we will see the new Coco skin. So that clears up any confusion. This Coco skin is a calendar skin for the next Easter calendar. Next up, we have a bizarre, very weird, very strange, mysterious occurrence to do with the pop-ups. This user said, no idea what this is. My friend sent it to me. Everyone on her team got this random pop-up on floor 3. And when we take a closer look, as you can see, there is a sort of V pop-up on the screen. Instead of it being about Twisted V, it's about a dandy plush, and it's an advertisement. Could this be a leak for a new Twisted? Could this be an extra Twisted V pop-up that snuck into the game? As you may know, main Twisteds only appear from floor 5, but looking at this picture, as you can see, it's floor 3, and they got a V pop-up. Super weird. Again, maybe this pop-up has something to do with future content that snuck its way through. We will have to see in the future on what this pop-up really means. Next up, we have a huge bug on the Easter map that is game breaking. If you've played the Easter map after our newest update, which was on Friday, you may have seen that the secret door has now been opened and you can go inside and look at some new lore. At the entrance of the secret door, there is a fake wall where Toons and Twisteds can go inside, and it's causing a game-breaking bug. This user said, hi, so I didn't film this, but someone found the bug where if you bring Twisteds to the new open room, it can remove them off the map. This was made like 2 hours ago. Let's take a look. So this Bassie's at the fake wall, and as you can see, you can actually go inside the fake wall and leave the map. This user experienced a similar thing, saying if it's spring fever, you can actually walk out there and explore the outer edges of the map, but if it's not, then when you fall, you just get teleported back to Ellie. Let's take a look at what happened to them. As you can see, this Rudy went through the fake wall and is able to venture out of the map. This is game breaking And as you can see, Twisted Flight just fell through the map after going through the fake wall, so Twisted can actually be led through the fake wall and fall out of the map. And this V-Play is doing the same thing, and as you can see, the Twisteds are falling out of the map. This is the biggest game-breaking bug I have ever seen, and as you can see, V is walking outside of the map, completely out of bounds. This is bizarre. I wonder how that could have happened. A fake wall. The dev team definitely made a big mistake when developing that area. They forgot to patch the wall. It's an invisible wall. Toons can walk through the wall. Twisteds can walk through the wall and fall out of the map. Another bug to do with the Easter map is this. This user said, this has been happening since the event started. Let's take a look at what they're talking about. As you can see, in the elevator, the Easter wall is inside the elevator, and this only happens when you're on the Easter floor. You can see the Easter wall whilst in the elevator, and some players are annoyed by this. Our next bug is to do with players being forced out of runs back to the lobby for no reason. This user said, I'm having a glitch that's happened 3 times in the past 15 minutes where it randomly sends me to lobby mid-match. Let's take a look. So Louis playing on floor 4 and then Louis randomly gets sent back to the lobby, no error message, nothing, and this is happening to so many other players. This user said, like this happened to me, let's take a look. Bassie's on floor 4, everything looks normal, let's see what happens. Bassie randomly gets disconnected from the game and sent back to the lobby. No error message whatsoever, and this is happening to other players. What's going on? This only started after Friday's update. Next up, we have some texture bugs to go through. Texture bugs are always interesting because some of them are just so weird. This user said, what's happened to the letters? And as you can see, Bassie's Gossip has a huge texture bug, like you can't even read the words anymore. Super weird. This user also has a texture bug that is just bizarre, and when we take a closer look, as you can see, the floor is made out of brick. The shop texture is just a mess. It's so interesting how texture bugs can manifest for different players, and this is one of the most severe texture bugs I've seen. Our next bug is about the camera. This user said, why am I looking outside of the elevator? I just went to a corner and that happened. When we take a closer look, you can see that this player is able to see the elevator floating in space, and as you can see, it's intermission on floor 1, so the new map is loading, and I guess this is what it looks like when the new map is loading. It's so weird that their camera managed to phase through the wall so that they can see outside of the elevator. It's quite interesting to see behind the scenes of a new map loading. Our next problem is to do with the new lore room in the Easter map. If you've been inside the new lore room, you may have seen this find me message. This user said floating text. Let's take a look. As you can see, the find me message is actually floating from the wall. It's not stuck to the wall as it should be. There's a gap between the message and the wall, so it looks like the dev team didn't place the text on the wall properly. Lastly, we're going to talk about a problem that started after Friday's update, where your device would start to vibrate as you're playing Dandy's World. This user said, so I'm playing on Xbox and my controller is now vibrating every time I pick up an item, use an item, or complete a machine. Is this a bug? And this user said, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but my phone keeps vibrating every time I collect, finish machine, Twisted Saw Me, and Ellie opening. So after Friday's update, players are experiencing vibration on their devices. What is going on? Well, there is an answer as to why your device is vibrating. On Friday's update, there was a changelog mentioned saying basic haptics implemented in game for mobile and controller players. Use the settings window in the lobby to adjust the intensity. Haptics can be turned on or off during a game with Roblox's built-in settings. So haptics is your device being able to vibrate when playing a game on Roblox Roblox. If you go to the Dandy's World settings, you will see the haptic intensity. It's at 50% by default, and you can increase it to 100% or down to 0%. You can also go to the settings on Roblox and scroll down, and you should see the haptics option, which will be under graphics quality, and you can turn that off or on. So if haptics is turned on, your device will be able to vibrate when playing Roblox. If haptics is turned off, your device will stop vibrating when playing games on Roblox. So that should solve your issue of your device vibrating when playing Dandy's World.